first and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They run here with Jason Huntley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he locates Laviska Shenault, the rookie from Colorado. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Jackson. This is Shenault on the receiving end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Complete to
options galore here. Second and a few inches.
On the pickup. It's second and inches at the Chargers' 27-yard line.
Now again, right side, Huntley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
First and 10.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards.
Second and 6.
Second and 6 at the 11-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Huntley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On a jet sweep, here comes Chark. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking?
And this is going to be intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Neville Gallimore on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Westbrook now on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Their own 36-yard line.
To start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson now. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 19-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
For a Charger.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff, it's Eckler. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert, eluding the pressure right. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
A gain of
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He's in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Flushed out right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
7, Jaguars nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're looking to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A gain of 12 on the play. It's now 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Michael Badgley to kickoff.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got a man out of the backfield, it's Chris Thompson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. Now Jackson. And it'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Jackson will throw again. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw out for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. It's Eckler again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And this one complete to Reed. Out across midfield down to the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
1st and 10 at
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Eckler, they run left side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Flush to his right. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Chargers 28.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Chargers 28. Jaguars nothing.
On 1st down, Huntley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rashad Jenkins picks it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Herbert. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Virgil Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
The ball carried by
Desmond King making the tackle.
taken down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And the catch good. It's Eifert. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good for a Jaguar.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Jackson to throw. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
1 more yard.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's good for another Jacksonville.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Connection made with Chenault. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the 1st.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Chargers 35, Jaguars 3.